Hi everyone, for tonight's Nightcap and review, I'm having soda, and tonight I'll be discussing Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler. I got this through my library, but of course I'm giving my honest opinion. These are the highlights and the content warnings. There are no content warnings listed in the book. I got these off of Storygraph, but make sure to check for yourself to make sure you're fully aware of what you're getting into. My rating for this book is 5 stars, so what's it about? So this book starts off in 2024 where Lauren lives in a world that has effectively descended into madness and anarchy due to the climate crisis and the rising ineffectiveness of the government. Her and her family live in one of the last safe neighborhoods in LA due to the fact that their neighborhood has walls around it. These walls allow her and her neighbors to keep some semblance of life and civilization going for themselves, where everything outside their walls falls into ruin due to disease, water shortages, war, and drugs. Now, Lauren's father is a preacher and he tries to keep him and his community on the path of righteousness while everything else around them descends into chaos. However, one night the chaos comes banging on the walls and Lauren's community is effectively destroyed, leaving her all alone in the world and having to venture outside these walls that is filled with danger and pain. Now, this would be horrible for anyone, but Lauren suffers from hyperempathy, a condition that makes her hypersensitive to the pain of others. And in a world where everyone is suffering, this could be deadly for her. With no ties left, she and the other refugees decide to make their way north. Now, while they know they can't trust anyone, they do add members to their group along the way as there is safety in numbers. Now, along the way, Earthseed, which has always been planted in Lauren's head, starts to take root and grow. And with this growth, it could actually lead to the salvation of mankind. So what are my thoughts? Again, I'm giving this 5 stars. And I'll be honest, this book is rough and eerie at times as it was written in 1993 and is set in 2024 to 2026. So we're smack dab in the middle of it. And there are things that are happening in this book that are either eerily similar or spot on for things that are happening right now. I mean, in the book, they have actual space missions to Mars, but have not yet been able to sustain life. But that is their goal so that they can colonize Mars. And we have similar programs where the government is funneling money into it that is trying to have space exploration so that we can either colonize Mars ourselves or the moon, when this is money that could be used to help citizens now with clean water, medicine, housing, just so many things that money could be better used for, as well as the rhetoric of the politicians in this book are spot on for the rhetoric a lot of our politicians use now. And it just reminded me that in a lot of instances, we just rinse and repeat. We have not gotten our shit together enough to break the cycle. And that just makes me angry and sad because eventually we're going to reach the point of no return where we cannot correct this ship. And I don't know if we are further or closer than we think. But you also see this with the breakdown in protections that happened in the book, either early on that led to this or is happening right in front of your eyes. And we see that now with our own government with the breakdown in environmental protections, workers' right protections, women's bodily autonomy, as well as other things. And that just, again, added to the eerie feeling as this is going on right in front of our eyes right now. Now, a big theme in the book is about humans and how we react to things. Do we acknowledge what is truly going on around us and see the natural progression of things so that we can try to stop it, change it, or prepare for it? Or do we stick our heads in the sand because the future scares us and we rather think that things can't get worse and they can only get better? You definitely see the different mindsets between the two generations. With the older generation that's from the before times, they really tend to stick their head in the sand because they're too scared to look forward and they just think that things can't get worse. They have to get better. They just have to. So they do minimum to no preparation for what's truly coming their way, and it results in either some getting left behind or honestly unalive due to the lack of preparation. Now, with the younger generation, this is all they've known, so they really fall into one of two categories. They either just are hopeless and don't see the reason to fight it and rather trade what little freedoms they have for safety in the here and now, and for others, they see change as inevitable and they rather adapt to it, which is a huge theme in this book as well, so that they can prepare for it and try to survive and hopefully come out on the other end stronger, and hopefully as a community, because we are stronger together than we are separate. And like I said, this book was just really eerie. There are so many themes that it talks about that are relevant to now that I can't touch on them in just this video. So I strongly recommend this book. Now, I was just at times turning those pages because I couldn't put it down, while other times I had to put it down just to absorb what I was reading. So it's a really impactful book, and I hope you give it a chance.